Welcome to our world of agile strategy execution, where we are reinventing how we execute strategy. As I think you know, discussions of how best to drive effective strategy execution have been around for a long time. In fact, some argue that reality has delivered a lot more failure than success. What is clear, though, is that processes being used today must become more agile. In this vignette, I'm going to share with you our Agile Strategy Execution Framework, which we expect will do just that. Now, before we begin, it's important to remember that effective execution can't begin without a solid strategic plan. So our first component of our Agile Strategy Execution Framework assumes just that. It involves the building of area-detailed tactical plans with well-defined metrics. Areas can be organized by function, by geography, by product or service line, or whatever primary organizing structure the firm is using. Next, these detailed plans must be cascaded, aligned, and linked together, right down to the team level, and translated into specific team or individually defined projects, programs, run-the-business activities, or process improvement efforts. The third component of our Agile Strategy Execution Framework involves institutionalizing a single source of truth for all plan reporting, and then driving real-time plan updates so that work can be properly prioritized, scheduled, and a backlog created. Next is the establishment of sprint decision-making processes that access real-time dashboards and scorecards for proactive, real-time resourcing, the brainstorming of course-correcting solutions, and the managing and reprioritizing of project program backlog. The fifth component of our Agile Strategy Execution Framework is the implementation of periodic group retrospectives so that the existing deliberate strategies outlined in the plan can be reassessed and any emerging strategies can be brainstormed. Last but not least is the formal pre-budget cycle reassessment of all of the core business assumptions in the plan, the reviewing of any emerging trends, and the pivoting as needed either through refreshment or transformation of the existing strategic plan. Now, in addition to these 6 components of our strategy execution framework, there are 2 other aspects that need prime consideration. First is the impact of culture and the determination of how culture can be used as a driver for managing change and for proactively cultivating experience and employee engagement. Second is the fact that agile strategy execution won't work if leaders aren't willing to digitize and constantly reaffirm not just goals and strategy, but also achieved performance against those goals, both good and bad. In addition, leaders must be willing to roll up their sleeves and proactively drive their most important execution priorities. In conclusion, for agile strategy execution, 3 principles must be adopted. First, goals, strategy, and tactics must be cascaded and linked and aligned real-time in a structured and proactive way. Second, everyone must believe that they are accountable based on data and outcome-driven team buy-in and ownership. And lastly, ongoing and real-time responsiveness must exist to changing internal and external landscapes so that strategies and tactics can be continuously adapted and realigned.